heaven, Dom.
Oh, that's just great, Dom. I had one mouthful of that coffee.
Okay, I'll go outside and come in quietly. Then I'll tell you about the big party of Indians that are camped out on Beecher Creek.
There was nobody up there yesterday.
There is now. Cree.
That coffee was terrible anyway.
There's another larger encampment over the ridge. Maybe 40, 50 Indians.
Women and children, too?
Yeah. Looks like a hunting party.
Could be. On a hunt, Indians usually take their women to skin and dress game.
Well, maybe they're just passing through, huh?
Yeah, and maybe they're not. They got a white captive down there.
Post yourself to north end of town. And don't let anybody, Dom, and I mean anybody, take that road out.
What do I tell him, Corporal?
The truth. We don't know what they want, if anything, but we got to get that boy back.
And if they don't listen to me?
Then shoot them, Dom. They're too stupid to live.
How impressive is your knowledge of the Cree language?
It's a little bit rusty. I'll let you know after I talk to them.
Well, that's a comfort. You think you can find out before they kill us?
You know what your problem is? You're a perfectionist.
Well, I get nervous every time we have to depend on your brains.
Is it a war party?
We don't think so, Marie.
Don't worry yourself, Marie. Corporal's got matters well in hand. Haven't you, Corporal? Many wolves.
You know him?
Only by reputation. Heard he fought up at the Red River. Just relax. Tensei, Okama.
Astom. Magats ki wait to noke toteen. Ego maki gwe muniaso suta. Maga nien gussus.
Best I can make out, they're headed north to hunt up by the Bow River.
You believe him?
No reason not to. They don't look like a war party. Also claims there's no white child here. Just his son.
Why don't you ask him if he had a white child here, what would he accept in trade for?
Cree don't have a word for if. It is or it ain't. You know, you're pushing the fine lines of my ability to be clever with this man, Corporal.
Well, you keep pushing. See what happens.
Sure, golden opportunity to get skinned alive don't come along every day, right? Mikwao, Smagans, Munias, Awasis.
Moya! Sanma!
Kiguay, Induetan.
Is that an answer or a threat?
I ain't exactly sure, but you just keep smiling you back out of here real slow. Nas continue. Don't look up, Bennett, but there's somebody up in those trees.
Probably just one of their lookouts.
Yeah, maybe so, but when we get clear of here, I'm gonna double back, take a look. So, Mr. Richmond, what were you planning on doing? Taking on half an Indian nation by yourself?
Need be, yes. Those heathens stole my nephew 5 years ago, and I want him back.
You haven't got a prayer of getting in that Indian camp and back out again alive.
5 long years, Corporal. I've tracked every Indian band in the territories without success. Well, I came across this one 3 days ago.
I'd say we got quite a problem here, Corporal.
His parents are dead. It's my duty to return Will to civilization.
I don't want you anywhere near that encampment. Is that clear? We'll do everything we can to get that boy out.
You know he's there. Why aren't you doing something?
Now, hold on a minute, Mr. Richmond. We seen him. He don't look like no prisoner.
We'll return your guns to you later, Mr. Richmond.
This is an outrage. A child out there with those savages, and you simply sit doing nothing.
We're doing everything we can to get him back. I promise you that. But we'll do it our way. I could send north for a mounted detachment.
Yeah, well, not counting your infernal paperwork, Corporal, that'd take at least 2 weeks. Besides, that ain't no war party. Many wolves might trade for the boy? 4 or 5 rifles?
We're not bartering with guns.
Bennett, they already have guns. What we don't sell them, they can get from gun runners anyhow. What does it matter?
They're on Canadian soil. If the Blackfoot hear about us trading guns with the Cree, I'll have compromised the treaty, and I can't do that.
May I help you, monsieur?
I'd like to purchase a gun.
Well, of course. What kind would you like?
Colt single action.
Thing is, Marshal, some people are beginning to worry. They're talking about fortifying the town.
Hold on there, Zach. We don't want to create a panic situation.
Look, there's absolutely no reason to believe these Indians are hostile.
But what about that poor little boy with them? Aren't you going to do something about it?
How did you hear about that?
That man Richmond says the boy's his nephew.
Where is he, anyhow?
Why, he saddled up and left a little while ago.
If Richmond comes back, you hold him here.
Marshal, Corporal, I've been looking for you. Somebody rode out of town. I couldn't stop them.
Was he armed?
I'm not sure.
Did he have a rifle?
He was in a real hurry.
Jump on the horse. I'll get you out of here. Hope you know what you're doing, Corporal. Could have wiped us out if they wanted to.
Is that like the Cree? To back off?
Is he breathing?
He's still alive. I'm gonna get him to Marie's.
I think I'm gonna do some scouting. Check out the mood of the camp.
Well, don't let him see you. I won't be around to save your hide.
Find anything?
He killed one. Richmond's still alive?
I got Marine to operate on him over at the saloon. I thought it'd be safer.
Does this mean war?
Spread the word around. Everyone in the hotel.
And get Bruno to ride over to Fort Walsh for some help. Think they'll attack?
Yup. I believe you'd call it an eye for an eye.
Maybe we should vote for who stays on watch.
You got a real inborn sense of democracy, Corporal. Only problem is there's two of us. It'll always come out equal.
What if we flip a coin?
You don't speak the tongue, Corporal. If by any chance they want to talk, you won't be able to. I'll stay.
All right. I'll organize things over at the saloon. Then I'll be back.
Yeah.
It looks bad, Marie. Poor man.
Now hold him down. I must go after this bullet.
How's he doing, Marie?
Dominic, you gonna marry that thing? Don't have to be so gentle with it, you know.
I'm not much good at these things.
Keep the guns here. Don't pass them out till I tell you.
Right, Corporal.
Zach?
Yeah?
Go upstairs and keep watch, will you?
Sure thing.
Corporal, Mabel and I don't want to be scalped in our beds. I'd feel safer armed.
Listen, Jim. I have no intention of provoking those Indians. We're not going to be the first ones to shoot.
Seems to be a bit late for that.
Does this make any sense to you? Doesn't make any sense to me. You know the Cree.
Yeah, enough to know they wouldn't just ride away, forgive and forget.
No point in staying here. Let's go back to the saloon. Craddock. Something's going on.
It's war paint.
Think he wants to talk?
He ain't here to make no bank deposit. Take this.
I can count 5 or 6 of them, Corporal.
We already know that. I don't want anyone even thinking of firing a shot.
Richmond's still breathing?
What do you say? Touch and go.
Well, look, can we get him up on his feet? So we can get him outside?
Impossible. He's lost too much blood already.
You mean they want Richmond for revenge?
Messenger said the young one wants to see his kin. They've guaranteed a safe passage to the end of the street and back.
It's out of the question.
If we're not out there by nightfall, they're coming in.
We gotta do something to get that boy back. Lord knows what those savages have done to him.
He didn't look too unhappy to me, ma'am. Besides, we're in no position to negotiate. Let's just carry him out.
Oh, hey, he's unconscious. He can't talk. We can't just hand him over to the Cree like a sack of beans.
Look, I'm not crazy about the idea either. You got a better one?
This messenger, Jack, he said kin?
Mm-hmm.
A member of the family?
That's right.
All right. You will take me and Sam, the boy's mother.
Not on your life.
This might be the boy's only chance.
They're here!
Do you believe this guarantee of safe passage?
Benny Wolves has got us outnumbered. He don't have to guarantee a thing.
So, we die either way. I'll go by myself if I have to.
You realize if it don't work out, one of us is gonna have to make sure she ain't taken alive.
Easy, Marie. Easy.
Kawia, paskis!
Awina, muni asquota.
Dudawin, niya.
San ma.
William,
Son, this is your mother.
are you all right?
This is not my mother. My mother is dead. Is my uncle dead too?
No. You'll see him soon.
Many wolves wanted to attack you for the raid on our village. But I said it was not your people to blame. It was my uncle's face I saw.
You want to come home?
My uncle beat me. I ran away from him. Many wolves found me starving and took care of me.
Son, you don't know what you're saying. Tell the chief the boy's coming with us.
If I tell them that this is not my mother, this is a trick, they will kill you.
What does Many Wolves want?
My uncle killed a brave and he must die.
He was only trying to get you back. He's your uncle.
Many wolves is my father.
If he tells them Richmond's still alive, they'll attack the saloon.
Can't hand him over either.
Rapurti. San ma hachumo.
I told many wolves my uncle is dead. He will believe me.
William, wait. You must come back to your own people.
Who are you?
I'm Marie Dumont. I'm a doctor here in Bordertown.
Why should I come with you?
Because you're a white boy. You belong with us. We can help you and take care of you.
William, listen. Many wolves helped you when you needed him. Now it's time for you to return home.
This is not my home. You are not my people. Tell my uncle one day I will find him.
William?
Who's William?
will happen to him?
Whatever happens to the rest of them, they're his people now.
Perhaps I didn't try hard enough, the poor boy.
I lived with Indians, Marie. I had no complaint about their ways. And they treat their children real good.
What shall we say to Mr. Richmond?
She has a point. He's not just gonna roll over easy.
Tell him the truth. Part of it, anyhow.
Oh? Which part did you have in mind?
The best part. He's alive and well and happy and doing what he wants to do.
With the Cree.
He is a Cree.
Jack, you're so good at this.
Yes, Jack. You're so good at this.
Why don't you speak to Richmond?
That silver tongue. What a gift.
I'm sorry. You just shouldn't push me like that.
You hear that, Kenny?
He's sorry.
Gonna be a hell of a lot sorrier, Olaf.
Carl. I told you my name is Carl.
Your name is whatever I give you. Olaf the pig farmer.
He's dead.
No.
All right, son. Let's go. Stand aside, Burroughs.
Hold on, Marshal. He's ours.
Not anymore, he ain't. Marie?
We're taking him, Craddock.
The boy is under arrest. Now go on home.
He just killed Kenny.
I said go on home. That goes for all of you. Now go on!
You have to shoot us all, Marshal.
Not exactly. Corporal Bennett's waiting out back.
You're bluffing.
Try me. I think you should get that boy's body back home to his pa. Let's move. Let's go.
We were fighting, and I've never hurt anyone before. Please, believe me.
I do. Get some sleep now.
Ever seen anybody cry after shooting somebody?
This is a farm boy, not a killer. He's in shock and is afraid.
What can we do?
Keep him warm and quiet. He needs rest.
Hey, now, don't get all organized over this kid. He's mine.
I know this boy. He's a Canadian resident.
The crime occurred in the U.S.
The only way he's gonna get a fair trial is if he stands in front of the inspector at Fort McLeod.
Well, then save yourself the trouble, Corporal. You'll get a fair trial in Montana before they hang him.
Canadian government will decide his punishment. I'm taking him to Fort McLeod.
You're just plain stupid.
What are you two fighting about? One boy is dead and the other is sick from shock.
Insulting me is not gonna change my mind.
Oh, yeah? What will then? I mean, how am I gonna blast some sense into that head of yours?
Have you ever in your whole life thought you didn't have the answer to everything? Huh?
Have you ever heard of Old Man Stewart?
Kyle Stewart?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I know him. He's got a big ranch down by White River.
That's right. And when Kenny's mother died some 15 years ago, Kyle raised the boy himself. That's all he had. And when the old boy hears what happened to his only son, bullets are gonna fly. And that I can promise you, Corporal. Come on, Marie. I'll make sure you get home safe and sound.
Good morning, Jake.
It's hardly a day for celebrating.
Yes, indeed.
Drinking and guns don't mix. They never have.
Mm-hmm.
I swear it looks like a cattle drive out here, Jake. Good morning, Dominic. You're up awfully early for a man who keeps such late hours. Nice flowers.
Good morning, Marshal.
I'm awful sorry, Kyle. If I got there a couple minutes sooner, Kenny might still be alive.
You didn't, and he ain't.
Some foreigner beat him half to death, then finished it off with a bullet.
That ain't quite the way it happened, Kyle.
Did you see it?
No.
Kenny always spoke high of you. I don't know why. I still don't.
There's going to be a fair trial.
Don't give me none of your stories. Why'd you stop my men here from bringing me back my boy's killer?
I'm going to be leaving now, Kyle. Out of respect to Kenny.
You hear me good, Craddock? Because I ain't gonna chew this twice. I want justice for my son.
This ain't the old days, Kyle. Bordertown lives by the law now.
You stand against me, I'll burn Bordertown, I swear I will. Give the boy up, Marshal, or I'll come and get him. I want that pig farmer dead. Dead, you hear me, Marshal? Dead!
Willie? You seen the Marshal?
No, sir. He was gone before I brought him this morning shaving water. Folks say there's gonna be a hanging.
Folks are wrong, Willie.
If there's a hanging, I'm leaving town for good.
You seen Craddock?
Yes.
Where is he?
Inside. I don't want to be where people hang their neighbors.
You rounded up our witnesses?
No point.
Coffee, Corporal. Thanks, Dom. Look, Carl Jensen doesn't stand a chance unless we get our witnesses.
You really believe Jensen's gonna get off, don't you?
I just want the truth to be told in court.
I heard the truth this morning. One man's son is dead. Another man's son's gonna hang for it. Your court, my court, it don't make no difference. Where are you going?
To do your job for you.
I already done it. A couple men saw what happened, that it was an accident. But they ain't gonna stand up to Kyle Stewart. None of them!
You're on the payroll now. I want you to stay with the prisoner.
I'm not going to shoot anybody. I don't believe in killing.
Lock yourself up with him. That's all you got to do. I won't be gone long.
Seen it all plain as day. Swede was getting beat, grabbed Kenny's gun, and he shot him.
It's not what I hear from witnesses in town.
Anybody tell you different, they're lying. I was standing as close to Kenny as I am to you. We all saw murder done. Right?
Gentlemen, you ever hear of giving false witness? In my country, people go to jail for that. Mr. Stewart?
Oh, boy. You're on the wrong side of the line, Mountie.
I'm here to ask a few questions.
Yeah, well, the dirt you're standing on is mine. Get on back to Canada.
I need to make inquiries regarding the death of your son.
I already told Craddock what to do with the boy. My patience is running out fast.
Carl Jensen is Canadian. He's my prisoner, and nothing will happen before he's brought to trial.
Mr. Bennett, You're a stranger to this territory, so I'll allow for that. Don't fool yourself that some borderline down Main Street makes any difference. The Swede ain't your prisoner nor Craddock's. He's mine. So ride on back into town and open up that jail. Because if we have to bust the door down, we'll kill who's ever on the other side. Come on.
Hurry up, Ned. Mr. Stewart wants us finished before dark.
Where is he? The Marshal? Jensen, the prisoner, where is he?
Craddock took him.
Marie?
Oh, Clive. Good afternoon. I'm taking these supplies to the zoo at Aspen Creek. Will you ride with me?
I'm afraid I can't. I'm looking for the Craddock. Have you seen him?
Your company would be most welcome.
Marie, listen. Jensen's gone. Craddock's got him. He might be trying to get him to a U.S. Army outpost.
Better there than Mr. Stewart's gallows.
I don't need Craddock sticking his nose in. Jensen's my responsibility.
I have a few more bags inside. Will you help me?
Marie, what's he doing here?
I want my prisoner, Craddock. Where is he?
Right here. Come on out, son. It's all right.
What do you think you're doing?
Putting him in Marie's wagon, and I'm taking him out of town because Kyle Stewart ain't gonna wait much longer, all right?
You should be grateful Clive is here.
Why?
Because you can't do everything alone, Jack.
Yeah, watch me.
Yeah, where do you think you're taking him?
The army post.
This boy's coming with me.
Over my dead body.
Stop it! Fort McCloud is 20 miles closer than your army post. The sooner you deliver Mr. Jensen, the better.
I can't argue with that. All right, Corporal. We take our prisoner across the line. You better get back inside. We got some company.
Be careful.
Stewart won't follow us into Canada.
I wouldn't bet my life on it, Corporal.
You coming or not? Keep your head down, Jensen.
Hold it! Drop the gun, Burroughs.
Come on out, son.
Hold it right there, Bennett.
You're not in the States now, Stewart. Move aside or I'll have to arrest all of you.
You got brass in your tailbone, I'll give you that. We got a pair of ways to go. My men can dig one grave or two. What's it to be?
Take me! I don't want to be cause of any more death. You want revenge? Take it now!
Out of my way, Mountie. Last chance.
I'm the law here. I'm taking this boy to trial. Tell him to drop the rope.
Guess you don't hear so good. He said drop the rope. Clive, behind us!
Hold it. Now drop your guns.
It was an accident. I never even knew your son.
Save your breath.
I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna get that boy.
Just be a waste of time, Kyle. It was an accident, pure and simple. Your men are just afraid to tell you the truth.
It's true, Mr. Stewart. We were afraid.
It was Kenny pulled the gun.
Now get out of Canada.
Good morning.
Morning, Marie. I was just passing by. I thought I'd say hello.
Oh, you look very elegant today.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Are you going to Fort McLeod?
As a matter of fact, I am, ma'am. Got to give my testimony to the Mounties. Plenty of room in the stage. You care to come along?
Come on, Marie. We'll make a day of it.
No, thank you, but good luck in court.
Well, you say that for the Jensen boy, ma'am. He'll need it.
Oh, I don't think so. Do you, Corporal? Have a nice trip. À bientôt.
What?
Means, soon.
You know something I don't? Jensen is gonna hang.
Not in Canada, you won't. Where'd you get this outfit? You look like an undertaker.
Better than a woodpecker, Red Belly.
Get back early, Jack.
How is it you can always tell when it's me, Otto?
The way you get off. You always take a second to look around.
Where is everybody?
Saloon. That railway promoter came in with Wendell MacWherther.
Free lunch? I'll bring you something.
Hi, Marshal.
How you doing, Willie?
Oh, hold on here, bud. Today,
Yes.
A railroad could make Bordertown the halfway stop between Calgary and Spokane. A continuation of a railway could make everyone wealthy.
It means the bank gets richer, that's all, Mr. MacWherther.
There's more to this than money. It's all of our futures. Everybody, quiet down.
Here's the man that you all came here to hear, Mr. Charles Stewart Ashley.
Gentlemen, ladies, the Railroad Commission has sent me to purchase a right-of-way in your town. And all we ask is that you aim it right.
Let's go, Jack. Jack! You're dead, Bradley!
Lock him up, Bennett. He belongs in jail.
You all right, Mr. Ashley?
His name's Harlan Bradley, and he's a murdering coward.
His name is Ashley, Charles Stewart Ashley.
I know the man's face. Ah!
There'll be no charges, Corporal.
Charles.
I came here to bring a railroad to this town, not to cause trouble.
You can't let him get away with this.
I know what I'm doing, Julie. To prevent this from distressing my wife any further, sir, I suggest the whole matter be forgotten.
I'll guarantee it, Mr. Ashley.
With respect, sir, I have never laid eyes on you before in my life.
A liar!
Let's take it outside.
As I was saying, the railroad is coming this way, and you all can profit from it if you're willing to cooperate with each other and with the railroad.
Have you gone crazy or what? You're just lucky Ashley didn't press charges against you.
I don't forget a face I've lived with for 15 years.
The Civil War?
Look, stay out of this, Bennett. It's got nothing to do with you.
Whatever happened, Jack, it was a long time ago.
We had so many wounded men, they were riding double up on every horse. There was a Yankee patrol closing in on us. We were desperate, so we decided to stand and fight them off. All except our captain, Harlan Bradley. That guy calling himself Ashley killed 4 of his own men. So him and his buddy could steal their horses and escape. Only he didn't count on any of us surviving. Would you forget a face like that? I couldn't. I can't.
All right. You hit him. Made you feel better. Threatening to kill him?
He murdered some of my buddies. Wounded men.
The war's over, Jack.
Oh, so he goes free? He gets away with murdering wounded men? Not a chance.
It's your word against his. You're a witness, not his judge.
I don't understand, Charles. Why don't you have that animal locked up?
Now, there's nothing to worry about, Julia. There's no truth in anything he said. We have nothing to fear.
I'll never understand you. How you can be so forgiving.
Promise me one thing.
What's that?
You'll buy a gun.
I saw enough of what guns do to men during the war. I swore I'd never own one.
Now, get ready. Mr. MacWherther is fetching us at any minute. I'll certainly be relieved to return back east. I'm sure they mean well, but the people here are so rough. I don't know how they can survive without entertainment, without clothes. I know I couldn't.
What are you trying to do? Throw your life away? What happened in the Civil War is the past. The awful things men did to each other, people have to forget or forgive. People respect you, Jack. They trust you. But you must let this go, or it will destroy you.
Would you be saying all this if your father or your brother was one of those he murdered?
Yes, I hope to God I would.
Good night, Jack.
Evening, fellas.
Rancher came in here today and said the Mountie should have locked you up, Marshal.
Not a bad idea.
What, are you against me now, too?
Absolutely. When you act like a wild animal, you belong in a cage.
Even if my cause is just.
It won't do no good, Marshal. What you're thinking...
What am I thinking?
Revenge.
Seems to me you two have been doing a lot more than just playing checkers here.
What are you looking for? Why don't you let it rest?
Yeah, sure, I could do that. Just forget it ever happened. But then, I may as well just give up my badge and everything I ever stood for in my life. You killed during war. You can't help that. But what Bradley did...
Don't do something you're gonna regret, Jack.
Certainly a great pleasure to have dinner in our home after all this travel.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? And they were so right about Mrs. MacWherther's cook. I thought she was just marvelous. That goose was done to perfection, don't you think? Charles!
It's all right, ma'am. I just want to show Captain Bradley here something.
Now, see here, Marshal.
You recognize this, Bradley? The man standing next to you is Sergeant Jackson. He served with us at Antietam.
My husband spent the war on the railroad. He abhors violence.
Yeah, I seen him avoid it.
What do you want?
What I want is to kill you. What I'll settle for is your confession, signed and witnessed. And if I don't have it by morning, I'll swear out a statement to the governor of the Montana Territory.
Why are you doing this?
Simple, ma'am. I want to see him pay for the murder of 4 men.
You go inside now, darling. I'm going to take care of this once and for all.
But, darling, you can't.
Julia, do as I say.
Hey, Pepper. Come on.
Go home and sleep.
What happened?
Corporal, I want that man arrested. Try to murder me.
He jumped out of the alley and bushwhacked me.
He took the first shot. Missed.
He missed with what, Jack? He has no gun.
I wouldn't shoot a man in cold blood.
Isn't that what you said he did to your friends? You pushed him. You set him up.
Yes, I pushed him, but I didn't draw first.
Under the circumstances, I've got to lock you up.
Under the circumstances? Where did you learn to talk like that anyway? Look, his gun is out there somewhere, and I am gonna find it.
You're not going anywhere.
You ain't locking me up.
You wounded an unarmed man. A man you admit you want to kill. I am not letting you go out there to finish the job. Get in!
Hey, Willie. You want to give me a hand?
It's a superficial wound. The scar will be small.
Thank you, Dr. Dumont.
Oh, Charles.
I'm fine, Julia. Please pack our things. We are leaving Bordertown.
Charles, you can't travel.
We are leaving. Darling, this town is not fit for a decent woman.
Charles, please.
I will see about the stagecoach.
Mrs. Ashley, is there any chance he could be hiding something? Some reason that the Marshal...
We have no secrets from one another.
I know the Marshal. Jack Craddock is impatient and blunt, but he's one of the fairest men I know.
And I know my husband. Good day, Madame Dumont.
Good day, Mrs. Ashley.
I don't care if it upsets you, Bennett. I have no intention of staying around here to lay charges. He's disrupted my schedule enough as it is.
Then I'll have to release him.
Mr. Ashley, you'll have to charge him. I mean, surely you can't trust him after all you've been through.
I don't, but I do trust the corporal to stretch the law enough to keep him locked up until we leave.
The future of our town depends on the railroad, Bennett. Mr. Ashley's been extremely patient. If you know what's good for your career, Corporal Bennett, you'll keep him locked up.
Any luck, Jake?
No. I've known the Marshal a long time. He's got revenge in his heart, but he ain't no killer.
I know that, Jake. But till we find Ashley's gun, I can't do anything. Willie, Marshall's asking after you.
Well, I don't care. He's no better than an outlaw.
That's not true, Willie.
Then why'd you lock him up?
Because the law says I have to. Now, I believe the Marshal story. Problem is, I can't prove it.
A man's innocent till proven guilty, Willie. That idea is older than I am.
that. Still doesn't prove he committed murder.
You find the gun yet?
No. We looked everywhere.
Well, you better find it quick before he hightails it out of town. Which is exactly what he's gonna do.
No, that's not where he was when I saw him.
Next time I get to be the marshal.
Now you're Ashley. Where's the gun?
I don't know.
Try.
Thought you looked under everything.
If I was a gun, where would I hide? If I could fly.
You're crazy, Jake.
Let's go climbing, Willie.
Just a few more moments, gentlemen. The second horse needs a new shoe.
Hurry it up, Danzinger. Mr. Ashley's wanting to leave town before dark. Too bad about there being no stage till tomorrow. Once we get a railroad here, well...
Yes, well, you will accompany Mrs. Ashley on the stage tomorrow. I'll be leaving today with the hands. Go on, tell them to get down here now.
Jake, guess what?
Fantastic, Willie.
Since he's not gonna press charges, I can't keep you locked up.
I'm sorry, Corporal. I did what you said. I took as long as I could. He's got his horse now.
He's leaving town, Jack. Don't go after him.
The marshal told the truth. Come on. Guess what, Marshal?
You talking to me again, are you?
Just like you said, Marshal. He shot at you first.
Here.
Confederate issue.
Drop your gun!
Get off your horse, Bradley.
Look, I know a lot of important people in the Canadian government, Corporal.
Shut up, Bradley.
You're under arrest, Bradley. Found a gun with your name on it.
You're under arrest for the attempted murder of a U.S. Marshal.
I already arrested him.
Either country. He'll spend 10 years hard labor. Let's go.
Where were you hit? In the leg. Now let's get Captain Bradley to jail.
The Marshal's not going to show up.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, he will.
Why should he come here? Everybody was against him.
Yeah, especially that banker with the city hat.
Well, you see, I told you you'd be here.
A lot of folks owe him an apology.
Don't throw your life away, Barry Joe.
He's a convicted horse thief. He hangs. It's the law. Now let's get on with it.
Shut your mouth.
We're gonna get your friends or the vigilantes, Will. Whether you name them or not.
You know, I can't peach on my buddies. Just can't.
Then it's settled.
Drop that stick. That's my job.
Now get on with it.
Listen to me. The Marshal brought you out here so nobody'd be around. No one will know. Just give us the names.
Last chance, son.
Contrary to my upbringing, Marshal.
Took long enough.
Don't ever come back here, you hear me?
Judge Carmichael will hear about your threats. Make that star disappear with one stroke of the pen.
And you know who I'd come after first, don't you? Come on. Come down, William.
It's not proper for a man to go to meet his maker with a rope around his...
Jack, I don't think your presence will help him to recover.
All right, everybody. Just move back, give him some air.
How can he be alive? They hung him.
It happens once in a while.
I just heard. Now what?
I don't know. All I know is I've done my job.
Can they hang him again?
When the judge said he will hang, he died inside. And waiting to hang today, he died again. How many more times does he have to die?
You don't hang a man twice in Canada, do you?
I wouldn't if it was my jurisdiction.
Yeah, well, I don't hang a man twice either. I'm gonna set that man free.
Yeah, I think he should be set free, that's for sure.
He's very lucky. His neck is like a small oak tree.
We're glad you survived, Barry Joe.
Look, you got a second chance here, Barry Joe. Just tell us who your friends are.
He can't talk. His larynx could be crushed.
Oh, here. Write down the names of your Confederates.
He ain't literate, forget it. Came out in his trial. Come here. We're gonna have to free him.
What about Judge Carmichael?
Well, I can tie that up neat and tidy, no problem. I just sent for legal authority from him.
But you said he was a hanging judge.
Yes, I know, but this is special, ain't it?
Take him to my house. He needs rest.
All right, Bert. Watch his neck. All right, easy. Easy.
Whoa there, amigo. How's Barry Joe getting on?
Real good. His neck's almost cleared right up, but he still can't talk. When's the judge gonna set him free? I wrote that letter for you 3-4 days ago.
Momentarily, son, momentarily. All right, I ain't no match for a man who can come back from the dead. You run along now.
Barry Joe? You have a visitor.
What are we gonna do today, Barry Joe? Whoa! That's you, Barry Joe. That's you. But you're alive now.
Thanks, Diane.
Is he talking yet?
Barry Joe may never get his voice back.
Well, we've got to do something.
Yep.
Why haven't you heard from Judge Carmichael yet?
He'd have to sober up long enough to sign his name, and that could take at least a week.
What kind of wagon arrives this time of night? Come on.
And who might you be, friend?
Albert Ingalls at your service, sir. I have an engagement with the prisoner, Barry Joe.
Engagement? Speak English, will you? I can't quite make this out, Corporal, without my glasses.
Says here, Judge Carmichael has ordered Barry Joe's immediate execution by hanging. To be performed by the official U.S. government hangman. Him.
just all Billy's, huh? Showing this gentleman how it works. Absolutely guaranteed to do the job. You see, sir, this is my galloping scaffold I conceived for my mission.
I don't, understand.
Your method here does not break the neck, and death is slow. My long drop varies the length of rope according to each individual, thereby severing the second and third vertebrae. An instantaneous, painless death. Prime Italian hemp, beat and hackled until soft and tender, and then waited for 2 years to eliminate the spring. Spring causes bumps and mutilates the client.
Well, you're a very dedicated man, Mr. Inglis.
Sir, I am entrusted to carry out the highest sentence our courts can pass, and I consider a judicious, merciful death to be my duty.
We know where you got that horse thief hidden. But it don't matter none. Come tomorrow morning, Barry Joe is gonna hang. We'll see. Warrant for Barry Joe's execution. Seems in order.
What will you do?
Judge's orders are quite clear, Marie. He has to turn Barry Joe over to Inglis.
The only thing that's clear is that Barry Joe is gonna die.
Unless he talks.
Or unless he escapes.
Jack, if Barry Joe gives information, then he doesn't hang.
Offer for clemency still stands, Marie.
Good. Then I know what to do. I must help Barry Joe find his voice.
Hold on a minute. Barry Joe's at Marie's, right?
Yeah.
And Marie's house is in Canada, right?
Right.
So as long as he stays there, this ain't worth a fat dung beetle, right?
Well, what are you gonna tell the hangman when he comes for Barry Joe?
Well, I'll just tell him the truth, that he escaped.
I guess the cavalrymen won't like that much.
Well, we'll just have to deal with that, won't we, Corporal?
He'll be safer in jail, Marie. We can't protect him here at your house.
When are they planning?
8 in the morning.
Here, take this. Make him goggle with it. And pray that he gets his voice back before tomorrow morning.
All right, Joe, you're not going to beat Inglis with a strong neck. Now, the only thing that's going to save you is talking. So here, gargle with this.
Attempting an obstruction of justice there, Corporal?
Marshal, I understand this man's got an outstanding warrant in your jurisdiction. I'm here to tell you that he now is a prisoner of the Canadian government.
And what are the charges?
Well, I'll think of something.
Gargle. You're wasting your time, Liam. This ain't gonna work.
Of course it will. We might be short of eating potatoes in Ireland, but we've never been short of beautiful voices. Sing for the angels, Barry Joe. Barry Joe, the Indians say that a man loses his voice when he lies, and he only gets it back by telling the truth. Tell the Marshal the truth about your thieving.
work on it. Look, why don't we just get him to draw something? A face scar, a horse brand, something, anything. The boy's just a plain fool.
Well, maybe he can't help us, even if he knew how. Jack!
Thought a good scare might do it.
What are you doing here?
I heard you had brought him here. I wish of you, the client, to calculate the drop before he is murdered in his cell.
Now, just hold on a minute there. My associate and me, we're just trying to get him to talk.
Talking? Do you hold no respect for a man's final night? If he wishes silence...
Silence? He's gonna have all the silence he wants after 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Easy. We want him talking because the judge offered clemency for information.
Clemency for information? I've never heard of such a thing. However, I take my orders from the judge.
So do I.
I'll be back tomorrow morning. Sleep well.
Right on time.
Morning.
Hand him over, Marshal.
Sorry, boys, but I can't do that.
Hold it. Barry Joe's my prisoner now. You've got no jurisdiction in Canada.
Who says?
I do.
Me too.
Has it talked yet?
Morning, Marie.
Nobody moves!
Now, just take it easy there. Let her go.
Sure. We don't want her. We just want our prisoner.
Take it easy.
If the boy gives you any trouble, shoot him. Resisting arrest.
Any last words?
But we are but dust in the wind. Our spirit lives on forever.
Marshal!
Barry Joe finally talked. Now he's a free man.
Not unless we find that clemency order from the judge.
Hurry up, they're coming.
Fine, you look for it then.
Look, it's there somewhere. Just look for it, all right? I'll head him off.
Wait a minute, this is mine. Come on, Corporal, don't give up. Corporal!
Morning, boys. You still can't have them. And I got a paper from the judge that says so.
We want to see that paper.
Corporal, want to bring me that notice from the judge, please? Excuse me, boys.
What's keeping you?
He'll be right out.
We're coming in.
Corporal!
What's the problem, fellas?
Perfectly clear. That is if you can read. Says if Barry Joe talks, he doesn't hang. Signed Judge Carmichael. Sleep well. That was close.
Guess I owe you one.
I'd say so. You can start by cleaning up your desk.
Marshal? Hey, Marshal! Am I gonna get some food, or are you gonna let me starve to death? Corporal Bennett? Anybody?
How about a cup of coffee instead?
Hey! Hey! Hey, where are you going? What about me? Marshal, all I've had is that potato soup.
I liked him better when he couldn't talk.
Yeah, you got a point.
How rich we gonna be, Captain?
Your share should bring 3,000.
Woo-wee! I'll check out the rest.
Boys, give me a hand over here. Go!
Come on. We ain't got all day.
Can't be alive. I hit him twice. I know I did. We better finish him, Captain.
Well, Marshal Craddock's the one we want to find now.
I never thought I'd see your ugly face again. You neither, Tom. You guys look great.
You should have seen your face, Jack. Glad to see you, Jack.
You too, Captain.
Well, come on, put your pants on.
All right.
Jake, I need more carbolic acid. It's in the store. Sally knows where.
You sure are a sight for sore eyes.
I had to see how you were doing.
I still owe you, Captain. I still owe you.
Didn't do anything different for you I wouldn't have done for any other ranger, Craddock. Besides, gives me character.
That it does. That it does.
I'll never forget that raid. You were just plain local, Jack. Running back into Mexico like that?
Yeah, Mexico. I'm going back one day.
But hey, this calls for a toast.
Dom, would you bring us more coffee here?
To Captain Ed Calhoun and his Rangers.
The Rangers?
The Rangers. The Rangers.
Old friends?
The best. Old habits.
I'll never change.
You still got it.
Yeah. She was some woman, huh?
Yeah.
Just lie easy.
I'm gonna die.
Maybe, but you got the best doctor in all the territory. But you have to help her. Lie still. Get your strength back.
Help me.
Don't talk now.
Gotta. Don't talk. They're coming. Captain. Calhoun. Coming this way.
Time comes and a man's got to look after himself, Jack.
Yep.
Can't sit in the saddle the whole day anymore.
Nope.
Getting tired.
Got our own business now.
Oh. If you're looking for a bankroll, you come to the wrong place.
Oh, nothing like that. We got a load of dry goods. We're merchants.
Merchants? You know, some coats and boots and razors, some pots and pans. Why?
We heard tell there's a big demand in the territories across the border. All those prospectors and railway workers, great possibilities, but we need a favor, Jack.
Let me guess. You can't pay the duty to get into Canada, right?
Quick. The man's quick, like always.
Corporal. Why is it that it always looks like you've slept in your clothes? Get your feet off my desk.
Look, Corporal, this is your chance to pay me back for that time I saved your skin a while ago in that shootout.
You saved my life?
Well, that's what you wrote in one of those reports of yours. You even said that Canada should give me a medal for it.
Canada doesn't give medals to unethical, immoral, unclean, trigger-happy cowboys that just happen to be wearing a badge.
What do you mean, trigger-happy?
I'm busy. Get out of my country, Craddock.
Look, Corporal, I'll come clean with you on this. Two buddies of mine need passage of their freight into Canada, but they can't pay your duty until they sell the goods.
Let them into Canada without paying the duty? Absolutely not.
Their papers are in order, Bennett. Why not?
You heard me, no.
They're good for it. If I have to, I'll sign for the duty.
You don't have two nickels to rub together.
Look, Clive, it's important that I help these men. I owe them.
I told you. You'll sign for the duty?
Yep. Anything it takes.
You've got a deal.
Thanks.
You'll sign your life away. Your friends will default on their debt, and I'll finally get rid of you.
Corporal Bennett, Marie wants you.
What's your name? Who shot you? Has he said anything?
Nothing I could make out.
Who brought him here?
Devil Louis from the Diamond L. He found him crawling on the trail.
Think he'll pull through?
I hope so. But it's doubtful.
Yeah, that ought to do it.
My compliments. It's the least I can do for getting us through, Jack.
So tell me, why aren't you still with the Rangers?
Nobody wanted us around anymore. All I saw was drifters. Ex-soldiers didn't know how to do anything but fight.
Yeah, things have changed.
I even tried Marshal.
You?
Spent my time picking up drunks off the saloon floor and protecting cattle barons from their wives. It's not the same as charging across the Rio Grande with men you can trust at your back.
Yeah.
Yeah, men like us. We don't belong anymore.
Tom? Well, I gotta go and protect some of those very same cattle barons. Thanks for the boots, Captain. They fit real good.
See you tomorrow, Jack.
That lady doctor's gonna save his life.
Well, I'd say by the clothes and the gun, this man be an American.
What difference does it make? The man has been shot. He may not live.
Good night, Jack.
Now, don't let anybody in to see that man but me, Marie. And Bennett.
Mrs. Dumont! Doc, you there?
Come on, Colonel. The captain wants to move his goods across the border while there's still enough daylight.
I appreciate this, Corporal Bennett.
Sign here, sign there.
Where's Rudder?
Picking up some extra supplies.
Everything seems to be in order. Mr. Calhoun?
Thanks again, Corporal.
Hasta luego, Captain. Listen, friend, I only make $1 a day, so you won't let me down now, will you?
Never in 1,000 years, Jack.
What?
Yeah. You might as well pack your bags tonight. He's never coming back to pay those duty monies.
Marshal, Corporal, you better come to Marie's. The man died.
Been dead since last night. Who is this guy, anyway?
Where's Marie?
Look, I found this for you.
Wonderful, thank you.
Mrs. Duffield?
Sally? Pardon me.
Marshal?
Morning, Sally. You didn't happen to see Dr. Dumont this morning, did you?
No, I didn't.
Excuse me, has anybody seen Dr. Dumont today?
No. There is one thing, though. Marie always opens the store, and if she is called away in the night, she leaves the keys on a nail under the porch. They weren't there.
You sure about that?
Of course. Marie's a very organized woman.
Rightly so, ma'am. Morning, Sally. Excuse me. Jake. Hey, Jake. We're finished over at Marie's. Tell Otto to make a casket.
That rig is still in the stable. Any luck at the store? No. Davy Lewis found a wounded man on the trail, and now he's dead.
Marie's missing.
Marie's missing?
She's not in town, and her rig's still in the barn. It don't figure.
We're gonna need some men. 2 groups to fan out across town.
I know something.
Look, no stories, Jake. I'm in no mood for it.
Wait a minute. If you know something about this, Jake.
I don't want any more killings. But if Marie's in danger.
Look, spit it out, Jake. What?
The dead man spoke to me. Said Captain Calhoun's coming this way.
You're wrong.
Wait a minute. They show up at the same time as the dead man? Just happen to pick a town where their old buddy just happens to be the marshal?
Look, you certain you heard right?
They gave you those new boots. Same as the dead man had.
Look, that don't mean nothing.
All right, have it your way.
Okay, here for the night.
I ain't camping here. There's no cover.
Gotta rest the horses or they'll be useless tomorrow. Get moving.
You do that again, and I'll kill you.
Ride behind. Make sure we've left no tracks. Craddock's no fool. I'll go bed the horses down.
End of the line, little lady.
Grub's ready.
You ain't gonna look so pretty when I get finished with you.
Your liver will kill you first.
Yeah. But you're gonna die tonight.
You want something to eat?
I don't want your food.
Let me feed her, Captain. She must be starved. Oh.
Leave her be!
Don't move a muscle.
It's over, Ed. Toss down the gun.
I can't do that, Jack.
I don't want to have to kill you, Captain. Don't do it, Ed!
Marie! Never you mind, Jack. Not glad it was you. Yeah, it was past my time.
I'm not gonna let you die, Captain. You hear me? Marie! Let's see, that's, 4 pair of pants.
Marshal? That man, he's your friend, isn't he?
Yep, he sure is.
But well, he...
You broke the law, Willie.
But can't you make it right? He's your friend.
Nope, I can't do that, Willie. You see, it's sort of complicated. I'll explain it when you're older.
Willie, there isn't one set of law for your friends and another set for everyone else. What the marshal did was right. Jake, Marie's just fine.
Jake, I got a present here for you.
I don't want them. Thank you. Come on, Willie. Come with me.
I guess, you gotta testify at Calhoun's trial.
I owe him.
You know they're gonna hang him for kidnapping, let alone stealing army rifles.
That don't mean nothing to me. There's people out there that should know. Not too long ago, that man was a hero.
Must have been one of them Sloan boys.
We can't tell till we know what was stolen.
Stolen? What's the difference? The whole town could have burned down.
Well, with the slums on your side, be better off burned down.
For a minister's son, you're awful hard against poor folks. What kept you?
Wes Eckley's buying drinks at the hotel. It's real busy.
Yeah, and I heard you turned down being best man at his wedding.
Yep. I don't subscribe to the idea of mail-order brides.
Yeah, well, if you looked like Wes, you'd be whistling another tune, wouldn't you?
Possible.
Sit down.
What happened?
Something must have knocked me down. The lantern must have started the fire.
Did you see who it was?
An Indian.
Indian? Could you tell the tribe?
Blackfoot.
Are you sure?
Yes. Blackfoot.
All you men, line up. Marie?
No, I don't think so.
Is this the one?
Yes. Here.
That Wes Eckley, he's like a rooster in a cage.
Yeah? What's his problem?
How sure isn't his bride coming in on the stage tomorrow?
He's nervous.
Oh, it's not what you might think. She's from the East. Never seen an Indian before. He's hoping the corporal keeps that young buck locked up through to eternity. I don't want to be clobbered and soap.
Never mind. What Indian?
The Blackfoot. Howling dog. The one that robbed Mrs. Dumont's store.
I want to help you. Why did you steal?
Last winter, we were 52 Blackfoot. Now, 41. So much hunger.
Clive, ma'am. Oh, howling dog. Been up to no good again, eh? What's this boy been telling you? Another hard luck story?
How many Indians died of starvation last year, Mr. Erskine?
I'm afraid I can't force them to eat, Madame Dumont. Not when they prefer to trade their rations for guns and whiskey.
I saw no whiskey, no guns.
Oh, well, I see. You're one of those that's affected by the plight of the Indian. Well, that makes a good lantern show for well-meaning ladies.
I demand proof they get their rations.
Clive, since when do I have to account for what I do to a busybody woman?
Hey, wait a minute. I resent your
Clark,
attitude.
What about those receipts? When you turn over supplies, don't they give you their mark?
That's right.
But we want to see those receipts.
Sure. They're at the hotel.
He's your friend. You're on his side, aren't you?
Marie, the Indian almost got you killed. Now he's under arrest. End of story.
No, it's not the end.
The government sure ain't feeding those boys.
Clark Erskine was appointed by the government. There's no reason for me to disbelieve him.
Clive? Clive, release him.
Marie, he's a thief. He'll have to be punished.
I refuse to press charges. Clive, he stole food. Not guns, not whiskey. I can't make him pay for that.
I got something special for you this time. He spoke to the woman, Marie. He told her lies about me. But he'll speak no more.
There you are, Mrs. Bradley.
That's about £1.
Oh, your doll has a pretty dress, Lucy. Where did you get the cloth?
I really can't remember. Come along, dear. We've got a lot to do in town today.
Just what I thought.
Her doll is wearing a dress made out of government sackcloth. Isn't that food supposed to be just for the soldiers and Indians?
So, what does that say about Mr. Erskine?
It says he's got some white Indians he's feeding.
Never mind, Here. Name your first kid after me.
Sure thing, Mr. Erskine.
What's your first name? Sitting Bull.
Howling dog is dead. The man who say he bring us food, he bring us howling dog. Shot 3 times.
Did Erskine kill him?
Something to remember of his life.
Wait! What is your name?
Ekalaka.
You seen Erskine?
He's probably still in his saloon. He was gambling all night, flashing a roll. Wish I worked for your government.
You know, something isn't right.
Yeah, I know.
His receipts check out.
The Indian who stole food is dead, murdered by Erskine. Arrest him. Arrest him now.
On what evidence, Marie?
The Indian woman, Ikalaka.
Indian witnesses don't count, Marie, not against a white.
This is madness.
It's the way the law is, Marie.
He sells Indian food to the settlers.
Well, what we need are white witnesses. If the settlers would admit that Erskine's been selling them Indian rations...
They won't. Why can't you follow him?
Well, it's going to be awful hard to catch him in the act, Marie. He knows we're on to him, you know?
You're saying nothing can be done?
We're saying it's going to take time.
We have no time. The Indians are starving.
She just don't understand.
Mr. Erskine. Mr. Erskine. I apologize. I've just learned what you said is true. The Indians are not trustworthy. Forgive me. I'm not used to the ways of your country. You understand, I hope.
Well, I could get used to the ways of your country, Madame Dumont.
Stable's clear. Street's deserted.
Here. Don't let anyone see you.
What's this all about?
I have a trick or two down my sleeve.
Up your sleeve.
There, too.
Done. The sacks have been painted with the stuff you gave me.
Come in. Hi, Willie. Willie, I'm gonna take a bath.
Corporal? Corporal.
These seeds are all the way from France.
Yeah, you're a real gent. Listen,
I'm gonna pick them
it's about
tonight
my bride.
For Marie.
See, she's real delicate, like, from her letters, and well, I don't want to make her nervous, but I can't wait to get married.
Wes, just give it time.
Time?
Coach! Coach is here. Wes, your bride.
I'm looking for Wes Eckley.
Wes, she's talking to you.
Wes Eckley? Well, you're older than I thought. What are you waiting for? Get the minister.
Let's not be too hasty now. It'll take time to arrange a wedding.
I took months getting here, Wes Eckley. You're gonna marry me now, and I ain't taking no for an answer.
I ain't saying no, only maybe.
Now, Eckley! Now! Now!
That's fine, Willie. You can go home now, all right?
Something strange is going on.
Yeah?
Something strange?
Like what?
With the Marshal, I mean.
Sure, always.
I couldn't believe it. He took a bath.
He what?
Saw him do it.
That's incredible.
Begging your pardon?
Oh, very unusual. Be careful with that.
Sorry. And he put on clean clothes. Like you're doing.
Yeah, but I always put on clean clothes, Willie.
And stealing flowers. He's never done that before.
Flowers? What flowers?
Jack, violets. How did you know?
Yes, your favorites, Marie. You see, I remembered.
How sweet, both of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? I'd like to propose a toast to the bride and groom.
Excuse me, everyone. This is very important.
There is a sickness in the community. You can tell if you have it, if there's a blue stain on your hands.
I've got it. How sick am I gonna be?
The sickness is greed, Mrs. Bradley. I put some dye on Mr. Erskine's bags of food. Anyone who bought Indian rations from Erskine will have it.
I didn't do nothing wrong. Erskine sold it to us cut rate. Said the Indians had too much.
Well done, Marie. Now we have our witness.
Oh, Erskine's gone. Bruno says he's gone to the Blackfoot.
Let's go!
You! You signed for the rations.
I give the mark of howling dog.
Wait, stop!
Revenge for killing Blackfoot.
No!
You'll probably get 10 years, Erskine, unless the judge loves Indians.
Another Erskine will come. Another. We have land, but we have no voice. No one will listen or believe.
There will be no more Erskines. I promise you.
Your people will be taken care of.
Petit à petit, Kalaka. It means little by little. You have friends now. At least 3. Who will listen and who will remember.